Hi guys, and thanks for tuning in again. We're making vegetable soup today. So you'll need olive oil, salt, pepper, some mixed herbs, a big stock pot. We'll need 2 cans of diced organic tomatoes. We've got our lentils and bean mix that's been soaking overnight. We've got onions, French shallot, our smoked ribs, garlic, zucchinis, swede, parsnip, mushrooms, beans, a leek, English spinach, celery, our bone broth or stock, and some carrots. So what we're going to do is remove the skin off the swede and then dice it into little tiny cubes and add it to a big bowl that we're going to add the rest of the vegetables into. Okay, so now we're dicing up our zucchini into the same size pieces, roughly about 1 centimetre cubes. Okay, and now we have our English spinach. Remove all those stalky bits at the end. They don't go well in the soup and they've got dirt and sandy stuff on them. So I just remove them, wash it really well, and then just dice it up into small pieces. Then we've got our parsnip, just remove the skin and also dice that up into small cubes as well. Okay, and the same thing with the carrot, peel, wash and dice up into 1 centimetre cubes. Next we've got our beans, so just wash and remove the ends and then cut into about 3 pieces. Okay, we got the celery, so bunch it up and dice it nice and fine. Don't add it to the big bowl, add it to a separate bowl on its own because that's one of the first vegetables that I want to actually cook. Next we've got our leek, so chop off the end, remove the green bit up the top, and I always remove the first layer on the outside, and then also make sure you wash it after this step too. Dice that up really finely, just into small circles, and put it on its own on the other side of the dish with the celery. And then we're going to dice up our onion, remove the outside layer of skin, dice it up nice and finely, and that can go straight on top of the leek. Okay, now we have our French shallot. That's my absolute favourite thing in the whole world. It just makes everything so tasty and delicious. So dice that up super fine and add that to our mix with our onion. Next we've got our mushrooms. You can dice it up fine, but I'm actually going to pulse mine in the food processor simply because my mum doesn't like mushrooms and I kind of want to hide them from her so she won't be able to recognise them if they're finely mushed up. Okay, and that's our bean mix that I've simply just drained. Okay, so now that we've done the preparation, what I'm going to do is get the biggest pot that you can find and put it on the stove and make sure it's on really high because we want to get that nice and hot so then we can start adding in our vegetables. So first put a little bit of olive oil in. Okay, so when we want to test that the pan's hot enough, you just grab a little bit of onion and chuck it in. You can hear it starting to sizzle away, so that's what we want. So we can add the rest of our cut up things. So what I'm going to add first is the onion and the leek that we cut up. So that's why I've separated it from the rest of the vegetables. Okay, so just keep stirring with the wooden spoon. And my little mixture with veggie and water. Okay, so now we're going to add the little shallot that we cut up earlier. So when it gets those little brown bits on the bottom, I just like to add a little bit of my veggie and water mix. Just a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to add in our garlic cloves. I'm going to put in 5. You don't have to put in that many, but I really like the strong garlic taste, so I'm going to put in 5. Okay, so our onion's starting to get nice and brown. So what I'm going to add is our smoked ribs. So I only got one. I actually wanted smoked bones, but I didn't have it because it's summer. So nobody wants to cook minestrone soup in summer except me. But it's so cold and I just felt like vegetables. So this is what it looks like. Don't worry about the bit of fat that's on there because we're going to put it in the fridge later anyway, and then we're going to take this out after we get the flavour from it. And if there's any bits of fat that get into the soup, we're just going to scoop it off the top because when it's in the fridge, it solidifies. So you can just scoop it off with a spoon anyway. But we're going to get that yummy flavour of the smoked ribs. So in that goes. Actually chop it in half because it works out better in the pot. Okay, so you'll notice at the bottom of the pan it starts to dry up again and gets those little brown bits. We're going to add our minced mushrooms. You don't have to mince them, it's fine. My mum doesn't like mushrooms and I'm not going to tell her that it's in there. So that's why I did it so fine. So she won't know. She wants the taste. I put it in heaps of things and she doesn't even know. But you just can't tell her that they're in there. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit of the fresh thyme straight in with the mushrooms. Okay, so when you're at that stage, you need to add the celery first. Let that cook for a little bit. Okay, we can pour in the rest of the together. Okay, so now we're going to put the rest of our veggies in that we prepared earlier. We're going to add our homemade bone broth that I made in my last video. Otherwise, just use vegetable stock or chicken stock, even beef stock. Just use some sort of stock. About half a litre. Okay, so next we're going to add our organic Italian diced tomatoes. And salt. Pepper. Okay. I just processed some herbs. I like the fresh parsley added after it's been cooking. But while it's cooking, I've got a mixture of fresh basil, fresh parsley, and a little bit of thyme. Okay, so now I'm going to add in our lentils. I'm not going to put in the whole packet. I've got a mixed soup packet, so there's black-eyed peas, there's kidney beans, there's green lentils, yellow lentils, red lentils, and white, and cannellini beans. Okay, so I'm just going to add in probably about 5 scoops and then see how I go, because I do take up a lot of the liquid and I like my soup to be still quite soupy.
Oh yeah, how good is our soup cooking? So if you want to add extra liquid, I deliberately didn't throw the cans away because there's still like bits of tomato juice in there. So what I'm going to do is just fill it with a bit of water and pour it in to add extra liquid to our soup. Even our little container, just put water in that, swish it around and add it in for extra. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to add a few more lentils in, and I'm going to skip out my favourite ones. So I like the big beans in them, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm sort of going to hunt out the big beans and add them in. Okay, so now we're going to put the lid on. We'll turn it down. We're just going to let that simmer away for a couple of hours and get nice and tasty.
Okay, and there we have it. A few hours later, our tasty soup. Please like my video if you liked it. Thank you. Bye.